TCN is implementing the Transmission Rehabilitation and Expansion Program that seeks to stabilize and expand the grid to about 20,000 megawatt in the next 3 years. That is by 2021. And this is expected to provide necessary redundancy consistent with international practice of N-1. N-1 means that anywhere there is any equipment that get out, it means that equipment cannot cause or destabilize supply of the area. And that is our intention to put it across the nation, all over Nigeria. We intend to stabilize the grid and deliver bulk power to distribution companies, international customers, and other class of customers that are connected directly to the grid, especially eligible customers. Transmission Rehabilitation and Expansion Program that we are implementing seeks to achieve 4 important milestones. 1, it is expected to keep frequency under control. It will interest you to know that in June 2017, we achieved frequency control of 49.5 and 50.5. History has shown that that has not been achieved in the last 20 years of the history of Nigeria. We have also established a program to move to the WAP standard of 49.8 and 50.2. We are not yet implemented it because we are waiting for the right time to implement that. The next thing that Transmission Rehabilitation and Expansion Program seeks to achieve is to have adequate spinning reserve. It will interest you to know also that with the approval of NERC, we are able to advertise for spinning reserve. And the advertisement took place about 2 months ago. We are going to start evaluation next week. And then when we finish the evaluation, we'll be able to procure adequate spinning reserve. If you look at our daily broadcast now, you will see that the spinning reserve is either 0 or 4. That is not good for a grid, 40. That is not good for a grid that is generating between 4,500 and 5,000, because it's supposed to be 10%. And for information, this is the first time in the history of the industry also that we are advertising for spinning reserve, or we are preparing spinning reserve through competitive procurement process. The next thing we need to have to stabilize and modernize the grid is for us to have established a functional SCADA. Nigerians are attempted to have a functional SCADA 3 times, and 3 times we were not successful. When we came in February 2017, we established a committee that checked to find out what was the reason why we were not successful 3 times to establish functional SCADA. And so many findings came out. One of them is that there is a problem with our communication backbone. The next one, there is problem with our control rooms. The control rooms have a lot of deficiencies. And also the last SCADA that was done did not anticipate expansion in the system. So when NIPP came, it was not taken care of in our program. It will interest you to know that when we came in, we procure a consultant after we have done the review. And we procure EDF. EDF did the scoping for our SCADA, which they submitted the report in December last year. Given the fact that we have not been successful in the past, we felt that it's not enough for us to have the report and subject it to procurement. So we called for international conference on SCADA in July. And that conference brought in about 3 power grids across the world. That is power grid of India, the grid of Italy, which is called Tarna, and the grid of Ghana, which is Gridco. And brought all the original equipment manufacturers of SCADA. And we look at the report and we discuss the report for 2 days. The findings of that workshop actually strengthened our scoping report, and also came out with clear direction on what some of the decisions we have taken. Actually, the scoping, that workshop also indicated that the decision we took to cancel the fiber concession contract was in order, because Power Grid of India, with all the capacity they have, which is about 350 gigawatts, they did not concession any of their fiber. So that is consistent. We also throw a point that before we can launch this SCADA again, we have to strengthen the communication backbone. And that is why, if you check in the next 1 week, 1 or 2 weeks, you will see adverts for procurement of communication backbone. We are putting fiber on some of the key weak areas of our network. TREM is being achieved through extraordinary performance also, and then the last but not the least is that we need to have critical investment in line and substations. And this work, this commissioning we are doing is part of the critical investment in line and substation. And part of what we are doing also, we are achieving that through in-house capacity where TCN engineers are commissioning substations all over the country. There is no new money that we get as TCN. In fact, we are the most vulnerable in the power sector. Because if you look at the generation companies, they are covered under the paper payment assurance scheme. These goes collect money and they pay the sector whatever they want. That is under the best endeavor. The only one that's not covered is TCN. So part of what we have designed to ensure that we are able to meet our deadline, our mandate, is that we use TCN engineers to install substation transformers. And through that scheme, we have installed, from June last year to date, we have installed about 30 transformers across the country. As part of trends, milestones have been achieved here at Okpella in Edo State. With the installation of 1/60 MVA transformer, the capacity of the substation, which was prior before now, was 15 MVA, has now been raised to 75 MVA. That means we have increased the capacity by over 300%. The installation of the 60 MVA transformer at Okpella substation is consistent with the policy of His Excellency, Governor GODWIN OBASEKI, given the existence of huge mineral deposits in this location, in this area of Okpella. The governor has told us all his plan, and we have the 60 MVA here, there are 30 MVA here that we are also working to install it to key into the policy of His Excellency of industrializing this area because of the existence of huge mineral deposit. In this area, we have some companies like Bua, like Dangote, which are willing to work with us to become eligible customers. Under the policy that has been approved by NERC, we will work to see how we are going to support those industries to get their supply directly from the network. Okpella, Bua, cement factory, again a body, Igara, and several other area communities that live here will soon have improved power supply. They are all customers of the industry. They will soon have improved power supply. The installation of 1/60 MVA at Okpella substation will also increase the total wheeling capacity of TCN, which was last simulated in December to be 7,124. TCN will soon complete the installation of the 30 MVA currently on plinth in this station under the net, and under the network also, TCN will conduct the line from Benin to Benin TS to Irua, Irua to Auchi, Auchi to Okpella, and Okpella to Okene, and Okene to Ajakuta. And in line with our decision to also provide optimal capacity to this area, Your Excellency, we are also going to put 100 MVA in Irua. And we have just completed the 40 MVA in Auchi. We are just doing finishing touches. It is important to note that the laudable project being executed will lead to significant improvement in the quality of supply to the people of Nigeria. Will not lead to the improvement in the quality of supply for the people in Nigeria, because as we speak with you, only 18 customers plus the 2 international customers that are connected directly to TCN network. All other customers are connected to the network through the distribution companies. Therefore, distribution companies also need to invest in their network expansion and in their network expansion. I wish to use this occasion to call the distribution company to invest in their network so that the massive investment by TCN and generation companies can lead to economic growth and development of Nigeria. Lack of investment in many locations where distribution companies fail to build their lack of investment in the network has led to even TCN losing some of their equipment. I can tell you clearly in Abuja, we lost 2 transformers simply because those transformers are feeding customers directly. So if there's a fault on the network, it hits our transformer directly. We are taking inventory of that, and we will soon forward it to NERC so that we don't lose our investment as a result of failure of our distribution companies to peak load. Let me use this opportunity to thank management and staff of Power Control. Power Control are here, the MD is here, and this thing. No, as part of our plan, we actually cancel contract. But it's not every contract we cancel. We cancel only contracts that the contractor refused to respond to our speed. So Power Control is one of the companies that have actually responded to our speed, and that's why we are commissioning the substation here. I wish to use this occasion to thank them. This has been demonstrated by I also wish to thank my colleagues in TCL, particularly the engineers, who has demonstrated a willing capacity to work even when we are the least paid in the industry. Their support has been demonstrated by all the substations that have been commissioned. Your Excellency, the one that was done in Auchi was entirely done by the Benin distribution Benin region. No single headquarters or contractor supported them. And what happened recently in Wudil, where we completed 40 MVA in Wudil within a period of 3 weeks of taking over from contractor that has been doing that job for the past 10 years, but has not been completed. And the way we energized Damatru in less than 3 months demonstrated the willingness of TCN engineers to work and ensure that they fulfill their mandate under this government policy. I wish to use this occasion to thank the chairman of NERC, Professor James MOMOH, for the pressure he put on us to complete this installation being commissioned in his honor today.
On behalf of the people of Edo State and the North Edo in particular, it is with great pleasure and a sense of responsibility that I extend you a very warm welcome to this commission of Okpella 1.6 MVA at 132 33 kV power transformer built by our eminent, dependable, reliable engineers of TCN. They have done many all over the world, all over this country. They're saving money by style. Please give them one round of applause. The spread of transmission power stations in Nigeria, as you know, have not been even in Edo State. I want to tell you that. It's not even. In particular, it has not get to all our towns and villages. As it goes from Egni, from Sapele, from even right there in Benin, it didn't come to us. Rather, it went to everybody else but us. I did this study many years ago. The lopsidedness in the supply made it very impossible for distribution system to get to our villages. Thanks to our former governor, Okpella, in those days, we had to push power through the corridor, the back door, to make sure we are not in darkness forever. May so rest in peace. For years, due to a long-distance transmission system, as you know, the villages around us, what they witness is low voltage, meaning it has no impact in development. We cannot touch the industrialization that we want to see because the quality of supply to us were very low. We were very sad people, yet we were gifted people. We had all the minerals, yet we are not allowed to turn them into wealth. People were stealing our resources because we had no power supply to make them happen. For example, the people in Akoko Edo, part of this region, only get power through Abuja. So when we privatized NEPA or PACN, guess what? We were cut off. What we witness now is total darkness because we are not franchised to get supply. Thanks to Engineer Odubeyi, who is with us, who help us to still have some hope. Please give him a round of applause. Where is he? From former Commissioner Odubeyi. As a young student, let me continue now. Please listen to me carefully. As a young student who traveled abroad many years ago, doing my work, at the end of my first degree, I decided to go to graduate school. And I had to write an essay. This essay concerns you today. and this first time I'm going to share it in Edo. I was going to go to MIT, and I wrote an essay, MD. I said my people are in darkness, but transmission lines were going all over the street. And I was walking and seeing transmission line, but our people were not tapped into it. So I got very discouraged that I'm going to change major from communication engineering to power engineering. But I want to know what I can do one day certain, that our people will no longer live in darkness. These transmission lines have always been there. They were energized, but they were not given to us, but they had to go around the country. So I studied power engineering as a specialization. So I went to Carnegie Mellon. There I started my life to be a revolutionary engineer. The one thing that is lacking is why we are unable to harness power. Why industry cannot spring up in our Edo, where we have all the vegetation, where we have all the minerals. We should be the best in this country. So what can we do to contribute to economic development? We have all the minerals, as I've said, people are taking them away. Jobs were not created for us. It was only manual labor that was left for us. That's like slavery. We are not slaves. We own our resources. So today, I remember on 6-7 years ago, MD, my people challenged me to make something happen. There is a platform in this place where we sit that is empty. It's only 15 MVA. It cannot go around the country. It cannot even go around Okpella. Yet we have cement factory here. It is that motivation that got me writing letters, proposals to PACN, to NEPA in those days. Nothing was done. I had money is available. Nothing was done. 2 years ago, I was in front of the PAMSEC. Please do something. My people are requiring, they are asking me. Thank goodness the governor joined. Thank goodness we took over the helm of that place. And today, we are here to witness what we never asked for. We said just double it. What have you done? You multiply by 200%. Please give that gentleman a round of applause. You made my day. You didn't make a mockery of my loyalty, of my love, of my decision to do power engineering for my people. Okpella, you are the site we have chosen because the lines are going from Egmi, from all over the country, passing us. So we have to use this place. We must maintain this place because this place is for all of Edo. If we get it right in Edo North, the governor's plan, which I am fully aware of, will materialize. The governor wants to make our Edo State, and I told them yesterday, I want to make Edo State the center of excellence in energy. The energy state of Nigeria. Say it again. That's what I want to do. As long as I work in NERC, my dream every day is to find out how many 3 or 4 states in this country will be the center of excellence. Center of excellence for energy, for power delivery, power utilization. Edo has to be one, and you started it. Yes, it will serve Goa, the cement factory, Okpella cement factory, to serve so many other people. But we want to make sure we create jobs, we create industry, not just the cement factory. We want to make shoes, we want to make textile materials, we want to do glass, we want to do car, we want to make cars in this Edo North. We are ready for it, Governor. We are asking you to take over the Edo North, just like you want to take over the one I'm working with you now. And then we are going to do together. Don't forget, it's a dream come alive. 2012 ago, transmission system want to do this. They will start it, project will stop. This MD, this dual MD, God bless you. But when I talked to him, he said, no problem, we'll do it. The scope of this project, as I said, is going to be, is constructed already. It's going to be launched today. We're going to commission it. A 60 MVA power transformer with all the switch gears, all the reclosers, all the necessary protection systems, so that it will be able to correct itself, all the automation to make it very smart. We're going to make sure it's a smart system. It's not going to be a dumb system. It's a system that hears you, that can correct its own positions, that has self-healing, that can reconfigure itself, that can maintain stability, that can be reconfigurable, that will supply power at all times, 24 hours in a day, all year round. And we might even sell it to somebody else. The scope, I've told you. So we are ready to roll. We will now begin to expand it. Control buildings everywhere, businesses all over. Boy, don't just do cement, come do something else. Bring your colleagues from all over India, China, wherever you are. The impact of this project is significant. It will bring relief to our people. I don't want to know there's darkness. If you come to the NERC and say there's darkness, well, let's go fight. We'll come fight. We'll come fight. We will come and fight for light here. For God has created light. So we're going to get it and use it. It's going to transform the socio-economic environment of Edo State. Governor, we're going to contribute our parts in Edo North. You know us. We run crazy. Our chief of staff is with you. You know what he does. They do it as chief of staff. Give him a round of applause. It's a chief. So I appreciate the goodwill of the Honorable Minister of Power as well, as of Works and Housing, for giving this sector the direction and the leadership to allow leadership of TCN to strike. I also thank the PAMSEP too, whom I talked to many times before I took the job at NERC. I've been working for your job. So I'm happy that this history-making occasion today is being witnessed by all of us. Thanks to the Otero Figueroa, who also always encouraged me to do something. I have done something of Otero Figueroa. Please give him a round of applause. My royal father. So as we go on, my 6 commissioners are with me. We are 7. We have to leave 2 or 3 behind so that we don't get trouble, so that the place can still run. Please help me recognize them, because with them is a lot I can do. Commissioner Arogo, Commissioner, the Vice Chair. Please raise your hand. I want to sit down. Dr. Campo, where are you? Please be recognized. All the commissioners, please rise and be recognized. Even the former commissioner in our midst. Just rise and be a member. Thank you so much. With these people, I need 4 votes. I got 4 votes. I can make a decision. We can make a resolution today. Ask me what you want. I'll make sure they do it. And we have a meeting. Is that right? On behalf of the commission and the family, the entire staff, where are you? The staff of NERC, please be ready. Please be recognized. We came strong for this event. And we came strong for this event. And we're on the way to thank God Almighty for the opportunity for me to serve, to be your son at NERC as the chair and the chief executive. And I'm not taking this for granted. I'm going to do my best to honor God, and I'm going to do my best to honor you. So TCN, the honor you're giving me, I give it to my people back. Thank you very much.
I had to make this appointment because for me it is so significant that many of you may not understand the import or implication. Edo is so blessed because we are one of the few states in this country that have a full complement of the electricity industry. We have generation. As of today, we have 900 megawatts of power that's generated in Edo State. We're the core of the distribution of the transmission network. Like you can see, in Edo State, supply comes in to Benin City Supply Road and Edo North substations, and from there gets transmitted across the country. And then we also have distribution. So we are one of the few states in this country that have a full complement of the electricity industry. So we're truly blessed. And when God gives you power, He expects you to do so much with it. So today, this initiative of TCN has just ignited and just sparked a revolution for us in Edo State and in the country. My only regret is that it could have happened earlier. Because our president, in his wisdom, this is one man who in his history has been the one singular factor that has continued to ensure investment in Nigeria. Either when he was Minister for Petroleum, he built the core of our petroleum industry, or when he became president briefly with his second in command today at ADECHE, or was it when he was in PTF? The bulk of the last time we had major infrastructure investments in this country was when he was chairman of PTF. And since he's come in the last 3 years, you can see what he has tried to do to rebuild the core infrastructure of this country. If everybody else who had reigned through that period had done a fraction of what he has, Nigeria would not be where it is today. And that is why, for me, it is very pitiable and sorry and sad that some people who say they want to be president today, who are talking to us, delayed the confirmation of this man for more than 18 months. If Professor MOMOH were confirmed 18 months ago, I'm sure this project would have been 18 months ago. And those same people say they want to now come and contest to be president of our country. But we're not talking politics this morning. We've come to just appreciate you, the TCN, our regulators, NERC, for what you are doing for the electricity industry in Nigeria, particularly for what you are doing for us in Edo State. Because as governor, I was almost becoming frustrated. Because during my electioneering, I went across the 192 wards of the state. And everywhere I went, particularly in the rural areas, the key issue was we do not have lights. And this is an issue, an area that is outside of my control as a governor. Yes, I can build schools, I can build hospitals, I can tire roads, but I don't have the mandate to produce and generate and distribute electricity. So for you coming in to help us spark the electricity industry by increasing the capacity of this substation by over 300%, on behalf of the people of Edo State, I want to say thank you very much. And this is not all, because I know in a few weeks' time, we're going to go to Auchi, where they have also done a similar thing. And from the assurances you've given to me today, I'm sure before the middle of next year, we will do the same thing in Irua. So with this amount of electricity now available to us, we do not have any excuse anymore. We want to thank you. And I want to assure you, particularly TCN, that we will continue to support you in every area, everything you've asked us to, whether in terms of calming down our communities, ensuring that we moderate the cost of compensating people, ensuring that we clear people and stop them from living and staying under your power lines. All we need to do as a government, we will do. Our traditional rulers, our real fathers are out here with us. They will help us ensure that your network in Edo State is one that is protected and secured. Let me use this opportunity to thank the chairman and the commissioners and the staff of NERC who are here. You did something for us this week. You cannot imagine and understand the implication. Over the last 2 years, BEDC has been trying to frustrate the effort of Edo State government to create alternative sources of electricity. They will not give you light, they do not want you to get from any other person. We applied for a license to be able to generate for our industrial park and for the use of government, and they frustrated it for 2 years. On my own, I went to NERC before the tenure of our chairman. Just this last week, that license was approved. As soon as you were approving that license, you did not know. We had a team in China doing a follow-up to the visit I undertook 2 weeks ago with the president. When we told that team that that license has now been approved, instantly there, the company we were negotiating with, a very large Chinese company that wants to make a huge investment in the industrial park, said, done. I said, we're sending 20 engineers next month to come and start training people, because before the middle of next year, we will come and establish and start construction. That is what you did for us, and we want to say thank you very much. You've done this, you continue to invest. We know that on your part as NERC, as TCN, as the Ministry of Power, you are doing your bit. You're trying, and we appreciate you. But we also know that this may not translate into electricity in the homes of Edo citizens. Because as you heard yesterday, NERC, we have a very incompetent, very, very incompetent power distributing company in Edo State. And as we told you yesterday, we have lost confidence in BEDC. We have lost confidence because they've not proven or shown us that they can give us light, electricity, even when we have made the investments as you have done today. So NERC, you still need to help us. We have light, we have electricity in Edo State. Please help us so that we can get this light to the homes of the citizens of Edo State so that we can change lives. That is one more demand we are making to you. I want to thank the contractors for a job well done. I want to thank the youths of Okpella.
On behalf of the Managing Director, Chief Executive of Transmission Company of Nigeria, Mr. UG Mohammed, the entire management and staff of TCN, I convey TCN profound appreciation to His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State. I want to appreciate everybody here, the MD of the DG of NAPTIN, Engineer Ahmed Nagode. You have been with us since yesterday, making sure that we put all the T's, dot all the I, for this commission. Thank you very much for coming. We want to thank everybody, actually. I may not be able to mention everybody's name, but let me use the occasion to appreciate my colleagues in TCN for working very hard to make sure Saturday, Sunday, come rain, come sunshine, you are here to make sure that we actually deliver this project today in honor of James MOMOH.
The grace of Almighty God to create everything and again that this project will be commissioned today. Thank you. Let there be led.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube for more information on the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN.